What's up? It's your boy Andrew here. It's been look, I don't do a lot of videos, but this has been going on for a while. This whole lawsuit, everybody's talking about this crap. Everybody's just like, it's a big thing. And I'm eating chocolate chip cookies, so my teeth don't even look white. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't even care. Here's the thing. Here's what I want to bring to everybody's attention. And this just pisses me off. This whole deal pisses me off. So when you sign a listing agreement, okay, you sign that listing agreement with the brokerage firm that you hired to list your property. In cases of people that hired me, it's my brokerage firm. You sign a listing agreement with my brokerage firm, but whatever, Remax, 10 Buck 2 Realty, 123 Main Realty, who cares? You hire a brokerage firm to represent you, right? And that firm is your advertising firm, your negotiations firm. They do all the things that brokerages do. Let me tell you, brokerages do a lot. We negotiate the transaction. We advertise the property. We stage the property. We give you a ton of advice. We really prepare your home to market. Then we market your home. Then we negotiate the transaction. Then we process the paperwork. Then we hold your hand through the whole closing process. We do a whole lot, actually. To be honest with you, we're underpaid if you really think about it. But here's the thing. You agree to pay me 5%. That's the going rate right now. That's like a market average. Let me explain market average. Is there a big difference between a Pepsi-Cola product and a Coca-Cola on price at the shelf? Is that price gouging? Is that price fixing? Oh no! Why does Coke cost the same thing as Pepsi? Because there's a market and there's like a general amount of money you're willing to pay. And I've kind of watched this since I was a kid. Originally, when I was growing up, it was like 50 cents at a Coke machine. Now you pay $3.25 some places. I don't do it. I'll call Walmart and have it delivered. Fuck, I don't care. I'm staying at a hotel. I'll have Walmart delivered to the hotel. I'm not paying $3.50 at a Coke machine. But let's get back to the point. Let me stop my ADHD rant. Let me get back to the point. Point is, you, the seller, hired me, the broker, to come in and sell your property. Now, why'd you hire me? You can do it yourself. Hey, look, you can pull your own teeth. You can cut your own hair. You can be your own lawyer. You can build your own house. Why you hired me is because I'm a marketing expert. I know how to take a picture that makes it where you want to buy the property. Okay, I know how to do that. I am really good at looking at a property and saying, this is going to sell. Here's what we need to do to sell it. It's more than a picture, though. I know the right words, the right pictures, where to place it, the right placement, who to get in front of. I know how to sell your property, okay? I know how to negotiate it where you're going to get the most amount that you can get for the property, right? That's what you've hired me to do. You've hired my brokerage firm to represent your property. Cool. And you said you're going to pay me 5, 6, 8%, whatever that is. I say, cool. Well, you know what? There's all these other agents out here, and if I slip them a little bit of cash, they'll bring over some buyer. They smoozed out at the country club. They were out there cold calling. Hey, man, let me be friends with you all. Yeah, you're so cool. They did whatever they had to do to make that relationship. And they're taking that hard-earned, they're taking that relationship that they've all these years, they've cultivated this relationship with this buyer, and they're willing to take this buyer to look at this thing that I got for sale. That's worth money to me. Because if I work this deal out, I'm going to get paid. So yeah, I want to slip them some cash. Abso-freaking-lutely I do. So here's the deal. My company says, hey, we will pay a buyer's broker some cash to bring us a buyer in the event that we put a deal together. If we don't put a deal together, man, well, thanks for bringing them around. But I couldn't work with them. So look, car lots do it. They say you refer us business, we'll slip you $300, $400, $500 just for bringing somebody down. Everybody does it. Attorney referral, all kinds of stuff. Every industry, everywhere it's done. And in our industry, this is a licensed person who understands the process and probably has a on-paper agreement with their buyer. That's another damn thing. They a lot of times have a A written agreement with their buyer saying buyer's going to pay, they're going to get paid 3% from their buyer if I'm offering $50. It doesn't matter what I'm offering because their buyer's got to pony up the difference anyway. So what they're going to do in real life is they're going to come back to me and they're going to renegotiate. They're going to say, hey, listen, man, my buyer, he's obligated to pay 2.5%, 3% to me. You're offering $50. Listen, here's what we got to do here. I need your seller to pay the difference because, I got to make mine. And by the way, my buyer doesn't like that roof, so we're going to want to hit you for another $20,000 over there. And by the way, we don't really like the blade of grass in the backyard. At some point, I went, whoa, man, you want a lot of stuff. I'm saying no to all. My seller's probably going to say no to all of it, but let me take all this to the seller and see what they say. Let me talk to him. Hey, seller, listen, this is what I think is ridiculous, but this is what's being offered. Oh, you said do it? Hey, you're the boss. You're the boss, seller. You say do it. I don't know what you got in the deal. You say do it, we do it. Bam, write it up. Write it up. You know what? Seller says write it up. Send it on. That's how it works in real life. And let me explain something. The sellers hired my company, my firm, to represent them, all right? Okay? The buyer's firm's getting paid by my firm. They're not getting paid by the seller. They're getting paid by my firm. I'm allowed to give them cash on a deal. Right? I'm allowed to pay another real estate agent or brokerage, actually. I'm allowed to pay a referral fee to another brokerage, even out of state, and I'm allowed to pay somebody else on the face value of the deal. Maybe I should be allowed to pay any broker anywhere in the U.S. I don't know. But I'm allowed to pay a buy-side broker, right? I'm paying. It's my firm that pays them. It's not the seller. The deal is not between the seller and the buyer's firm. The deal is between the seller and my firm. My firm chooses how much to give the buyer's agency. We get the seller to agree to it. Quite frankly, I think that needs to change. I don't think the seller should have anything to do with what my firm pays the buy side. They should have nothing to do with that. And I use another example. If I need to hire strippers at Mons Venus to strip in front of the property to get it sold, and that's how I think as an advertiser it's going to get sold, you hired my firm. My firm gets to make that advertising decision. And whatever it takes us to do that, that's what we had to do. On the closing document, it does not need to be coming out of the seller side. It never did. It never should have. It needs to be paid for by the firm that you listed the property with. That's the side it needs to come out of, right? So you've got the sell side, you got the buy side. The sell side pays my company 5, 6, 8%. I pay the buy side, 3, 2.5. 1, 4, whatever it is, we've agreed. And it shows, line item, seller pays my company 6%. Down at the bottom, it shows my company has paid these other subcontractors, right? And that's how it legally, from a legal standpoint, the contractual relationship is not between the seller and the buyer's agency. The contractual relationship is between the between the seller and my agency. My agency is now paying the buyer's agency. And I don't think that was explained well in court. I don't think anybody seems to understand that. The seller ain't paying the buyer's agent. They're not paying for it at all. I'm paying the buyer's agent. I'm paying the buyer's broker or whatever, right? That's coming out of my brokerage account. That's what I want to say to y'all. That's it. That's all I got.